for 255,000 miles. This bearing's in really good condition. The front seal's been removed to help it get oil for about the last 140,000 miles. We're not seeing any significant play. Feels really good. These are the chain guides over bank 1 and bank 2 cams. We're definitely seeing some wear. I'd say a significant amount, but not enough to be of concern yet. The spark plugs don't look too bad considering the age. We'll clean these up and see how they look without the dirt. Here are the spark plugs after being cleaned up a little bit in the ultrasonic. They've only got about 40,000 miles on them, but they still look pretty good. These Bosch Supers that are the stock OEM plug are just pretty darn good plugs. Here are the IMS chain guides, and as you can see, this one is pretty torn up. There's this one. It's kind of about to be in the same ballpark. So these are off of these are on the chain, holding the chain between the IMS and the crankshaft. Here are the camshafts out of bank 1 and bank 2. And they generally seem to be in pretty good condition. We're not seeing any type of scoring. They were all less than a thou run out. Just really look nice for the amount of miles. These will keep going for a lot more. Chains appear to be in really good shape. Not seeing any signs of excessive wear. This one we really care more about this. Here are the combustion side of the head gaskets. These MLS head gaskets almost never fail. So here we have the oil pump and Scavenge pumps. The oil pump surprisingly shows very little signs of scoring. So we've got a little bit of scoring here on the oil pump and oil pump cover. Not too bad. Doesn't look like there's any real depth to it. Maybe a little bit. But what we found is that if the oil pump looks good, but maybe is making a little less pressure, we can replace it for about 350 bucks. Got a little bit of scoring there. And a little more on this one. And usually gain about 4 or 5 PSI to the overall system pressure. This here is the Bank One Scavenge pump. Generally, we're just looking for scoring marks. A little bit here, but no real depth to them. Now then, this is a relatively inexpensive pump, but it's more about volume than pressure. So there's a little more leniency on it. Now then, this is the Tandem pump. So it not only acts as a scavenge pump, but it's also a vacuum pump, assuming you don't have a vacuum leak, but it's a vacuum pump. And it's got a little more scoring on it. See if that's got any. That probably looks a little worse than it is. We may end up taking a little closer look at that one. Since it just has to make vacuum, it's pretty easy to measure and replace on the dyno. So it definitely shows a little bit of wear. But we're generally a little more cautious about replacing this one because it doesn't have to be quite as efficient as the main oil pump, though you want it performing well. However, this pump costs about as much as this one and this one combined. So we just try to be a little more careful about when we are going to replace it.